video, I'm going to tell you the common mistakes that beginner artists makes with their artwork. But before I do get into this video, I just want to say that I'm still a beginner myself. I've only been doing art for around a year, and I'm no expert at it. And that's why I also went to one of my friends who's been doing art for over 5 years. She actually has it as a job as a freelancer. So I've spoke to her, and she also told me some common mistakes that people make. So let's get into it. Number 1, giving up too soon. Now, I can back this one up so much because I've gave up on art so many times. So many. It's such a common thing to do. And it's with most hobbies. But the main thing with this one is to keep at it as much as you can. It's okay to take breaks, but don't give up. And it's such an easy thing to do because art is such a hard thing to learn and it takes a lot of time. So just be patient. Number 2, not warming up. Now, this doesn't really matter, I guess, if you're just doing some little sketches, but if you're gonna work on like an actual art piece, it's so important to do an art warm-up, because this just gets your mind in the right place and just gets your hand ready to draw. So usually, what I usually do for a warm-up is I will fill up like 2 pages of just circles, and I'll make these circles the best as I can, but do them quick and loose, like you would normally do in sketching. Then you would move on to doing like straight lines. Then it's like connect the dots with the lines, and they can be at all different angles, and you got to do it, you know, quick but smooth. And I think doing that for around 5 to 10 minutes before you like start working on an actual art piece, I think will majorly help. I mean, personally, I know it's majorly helped me at points. I will admit there has been times where it's done really nothing, but it is so handy to do either way because it only takes 5 to 10 minutes and it can really help you sometimes. So I definitely say I recommend doing it. Number 3, depending off tutorials and references too much. Now, tutorials are an amazing way to start learning art, but you should not have to depend on them. Because you want to build up your own knowledge about it. You don't want to have to keep looking up like tutorials or keep looking up things for it. So try not to depend on them for too long. I mean, I recommend maybe watching like a few videos, and then after that just try and go off in your own direction with it and just learn from your mistakes, because you have to learn from your mistakes to get good at art. Now with references, some people do depend on them so much that they kind of copy their reference they're using, which is not good because at that point you're just copying, and not just that, but you don't learn as quickly this way. So don't depend off your references too much. Number 4, don't be scared to make mistakes. Now, this one's a very good one, and I think everybody struggles with this one. When you first start off an art or any skill, you're gonna make mistakes, and that is a-okay. I mean, even like artists, like professional artists, still makes mistakes. In art, you make a ton of mistakes, and sometimes these can be good mistakes, and sometimes they can be mistakes where you just can't draw for that day maybe, or you can't get that bit finished, but don't be scared to make them, because at the end of the day, we all learn from our mistakes. Number 5, don't use really bright colours. Now, I see this a lot in fandom, and hey, if you want to do it, then I guess cool, do it. But I'm just saying, if you want your like art piece to look really good and, you know, like eye candy, don't make it like bright lime green with bright yellow and bright red and all that, because that just hurts your eyes and people are not gonna like appreciate the art as much. So don't use really over the top bright colours in some of your art pieces if you can. I mean, hey, it's up to you. I guess it depends what kind of art you're working on, but it's up to you if you want to do it or not. I'm just saying though that if you're like publishing art to get a lot of feedback from it, that a lot of people will probably point out the colours. So I'm just saying, be smart with your colours and you'll be good. Okay, so there are a few tips that I came up with and my friend told me about. So I know it's not a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next week for another video. Goodbye.